Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how I made these metal balls floating in the air on a pedestal with neon lights. These balls are made using geometry nodes. Let's start with that. This is actually just a cube where I have replaced the cube itself with ico-spheres. So let's have a look at that. I will show you step by step how this setup is made. It's not really a difficult setup. This is just a ico-sphere, and on this ico-sphere are going to be instances of other ico-spheres. This is done by firstly changing the mesh to points, and I will show you like this. Look, so every vertex is now a point. These vertices are then used to put instances on them. These instances are ico-spheres, and it would look like this. And for the animation I used a transform geometry node. This is used to change the position of the sphere and the ico-spheres that are instanced on them. So what I did, let's use the animated transformation. What I did here was I used noise texture to set the position of the ico-spheres. So to show you, let's use the viewer. The first noise texture is used to move the instances from the plateau upwards, so they float slowly upwards, and then as you can see the mix color here changes entirely to the other noise, and this noise is the noise texture that you are seeing here. This is moving the whole mesh. So, and you can change the scale how you would like, so you can make it larger or smaller. If it's 0, it's just a normal sphere and it wouldn't move at all. And then if we go further, I've used an instance on point, and here is what you see on screen now is only the points. So if I use instance on points, you can see the ico-spheres that are here. You can change the radius of the ico-spheres and the subdivisions. I wouldn't recommend going with large subdivisions because it's really heavy on your device. But you can change the radius a bit, make them smaller, make them bigger. It's just what your project asks of the shapes. You can also add another shape here. For instance, you can use a mesh primitive cube. You can use a cube. Let's put a cube in there. The cubes are really large now, so let's make them smaller. And here you have it. But I like the ico-spheres more, so let's use those. What I did here was move the geometry a bit, set mesh to normals, and what you can do there is blur the attribute, set to smooth like you would do on any object, but because these objects are instances in the geometry nodes, you have to use this node. And finally, I've set the material here, and the material is a simple metallic material. So that's the basic for the metal spheres. What I did afterwards, when I was happy with the animation and how it all moves. These animations, by the way, are made using keyframes in the transfer geometry and the mix node and the noise to make it all go smoothly in from one noise to the other noise. So I made a easy to model base, and this base is just a cylinder with a few legs on the bottom side and some insets on the side to make it a bit more interesting. What I did on the side is that I inserted the faces downwards, and I've placed a face in it, and this face is the light source for the blue light. That would be the main light source in this scene. And this light source is easily made using a shader node, just a principal BSDF. And you can change the color of the ambition and the strength down here. You can see it changing in the viewport in the top left. I used the blue and strength at 7.6, but you can do with it whatever you like. As for the material of the balls themselves, it's really easy. It's the principal BSDF. I took a light gray and made it really metallic, and the roughness not all the way to 0, the same for the metallic not all the way to 1. This gives it a more natural look. So, with the pedestal done and the ring light done, I added a camera, and this camera is mounted on the curve using a follow path constraint, and it's tracking to a normal, and this normal is here, so you can easily control where the camera is moving and what you want the camera to see. With that done, you can see the camera moving along. I've animated the offset, so you can control how far and how fast the camera moves. With that done, I've added lights. As you can see from the bottom down, now it's only blue lighting, which is cool by itself, but I wanted to see a bit more. The lights that I added are a easy 3-point light setup. So one light from the top right, one light from the front, and another light from the back. And this backlight is made purple or pink to add another cool light to the scene. And what I find is the blue always goes well with pink, so I chose for that one. And yeah, after that it's just rendering out the scene, and voila, the short is done. So thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you have any questions, please ask them in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.